Hey there, ready for this? We're diving deep today into ways to feel more grounded, like really solid in your everyday life.
Sounds good.
We're looking at this guide called Daily Rituals to Stay Spiritually Grounded.
Okay.
And it's got everything from crystals, visualizations, even fire meditation. It's
Right.
a whole mix of ancient wisdom and modern ways to handle stress.
Find some peace.
Yeah, finding that inner peace that can be tough these days. What I think is interesting is all these practices, they might seem a little out there at
Right.
first, but they really come back to what we all need as humans.
Okay. Like what?
Well, think about it. Feeling grounded, it's like feeling safe, right?
Hmm.
Secure, connected to something, something real. And a lot of these rituals, even the mystical ones,
Yeah.
they tap right into that need.
Okay. I see that. So where do we even start? This guide, it's like it's broken down by time of day, right?
Exactly. And it makes sense to begin with the morning. That sets the whole tone for the day.
So what does a grounded morning even look like? According to this, anyway. They're big on starting with intention,
Okay.
not just like rolling out of bed and bam, you're in emails and to-do lists.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's about taking even a few minutes to connect with yourself, set a good direction.
I'm all for that in theory, but I'm also hitting that snooze button more than I'd like to admit, maybe. What kind of practices are we even talking here?
Meditation and breathwork are huge.
Okay.
They're not just for, the yoga crowd anymore.
Right.
There's so much research now. Even a few minutes of focused breathing, it calms you down, improves focus.
Right. Right. And they mention a specific visualization, don't they? Something about roots.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's powerful for feeling grounded. Imagine this. You're sitting, breathing, and roots are growing from your feet deep down into the earth.
Okay.
Like you're tapping into that stability, that security,
Yeah.
drawing strength from the earth itself.
I like that image. I can see that helping if you wake up anxious or overwhelmed.
Absolutely. And it's what we were saying, right? Grounding equals feeling safe.
Mm.
It's an anchor in your mind. If you feel like you're drifting, you come back to that.
So I've got roots. What else for a grounded morning?
They say something really simple, actually. Connect with nature.
Okay.
Even a few minutes outside, feeling the sun taking off your shoes, standing on the grass, it's calming.
It's funny, we talk about grounding, but literally feeling the ground under your feet.
Right.
There's something to that, isn't there?
Exactly. It's not just physical. It's reminding yourself you're part of something bigger, something lasting.
So it's about those sensory experiences, huh? Visualizations, nature.
You got it. And they even say keep a grounding stone in your pocket all day.
Mm.
Hematite or black tourmaline, they're good for feeling rooted, connected to the earth.
So even if you're stuck inside, you've got that little reminder.
Exactly. A pocket-sized piece of the earth to keep you centered.
Yeah.
And speaking of staying centered, they talk about gratitude journaling.
Ugh, the gratitude journal. I've tried, but it's hard to stick with it. What's different about how they do it here?
They go beyond listing things you're grateful for. They say to write affirmations, I am strong, I am supported, things like that. It's about actively shifting your mindset.
Not just noticing good things, but believing in yourself, believing you can handle things. I get that.
And the thing is, it's not just feel-good stuff. Gratitude journaling, it's actually backed by science now.
Oh, yeah?
Studies show it's good for mental and physical health.
Okay, so we've got visualizations, nature, crystals, even gratitude. They're really giving us the tools here.
It is a lot, right? But the point isn't to do it all perfectly. It's finding what works for you, what feels real.
So if someone's listening and feeling overwhelmed, where should they begin?
Start small. Pick one thing that speaks to you, try it for a week, see how it feels, notice any changes.
Good advice. Even 5 minutes in the morning can make a difference, I think.
Definitely. It's consistency, not intensity. Building those good habits, they add up.
Okay, so we've got our mornings energized, we're feeling grounded, but what about when that feeling slips away? Like middle of a crazy day.
Oh, I know that feeling. Staying centered all day, it's tough. But this guide, it has some interesting practices for that too.
All right, let's hear them.
Let's explore how to keep that grounded feeling strong all day long.
Okay, we've got our morning routines, we're feeling grounded, starting the day off right, but then real life hits, right?
Oh yeah, work, stress, everything. It's like all that piece goes poof.
Exactly. So how do we hold on to that grounded feeling when things get crazy? Deadlines, emails, all of that.
Well, this guide has this visualization. It's called the energy reset.
Energy reset.
You can do it right at your desk, even if you just have a minute or two.
Okay, walk me through it. I like a good visualization.
It's simple, actually. Close your eyes and picture this. warm golden light all around you.
Oh, okay.
That's the good energy, the grounding energy. And as you breathe in, imagine that light. It's absorbing, like it's soaking up any stress, anything negative you're carrying.
So it's like a sponge for the bad vibes.
Exactly. Then as you exhale, see that light flowing down out of your body through your feet back into the earth. Like you're recycling it, you know?
Wow, I can almost feel that. Just letting go.
And you can do this all day long whenever you need to, like hitting a reset button.
I like that. Much better than just feeling stuck with that frazzled energy.
Right. And it's that connection again, right? Even when we're stressed, we can tap into that earth energy. It's always there.
It reminds me of something else they talk about, mindful drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I know it sounds basic, but I'm so often just like guzzling my water, my coffee, not even tasting it.
We all do it. But the guide's saying, turn those moments into little rituals.
How so?
Slow down. Pay attention. Feel the cup in your hand, the warmth, the smell. Actually taste each sip.
It's like a mini meditation break almost.
Exactly. Brings you back to the present moment. Plus, you're more likely to stay hydrated that way, which is good for everything.
Okay, visualizations, mindful drinking, anything else for staying grounded midday?
They're big on movement. Even if you can't go for a walk, just stretch, take deep breaths, some yoga poses, anything to get that energy moving.
It's funny, I always think of grounding as stillness, but movement can be grounding too.
Totally. Especially when you focus on your body, your connection to the ground, walking, dancing, even just standing with your feet planted firmly can make you feel more stable.
So we've got our mornings, our midday practices. What about the evening? Winding down after a long day, getting ready for sleep.
That's where it gets really interesting. This guide has some beautiful rituals for evening calmness and peace.
I'm ready. Let's hear it. What do they suggest?
Well, first, the classic cleansing bath.
Okay.
But they take it up a notch. Add Epsom salts, essential oils like lavender, even herbs, chamomile, rosemary.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Spa night at home.
Right. And visualize, too, the water washing away stress, leaving you refreshed.
I'm feeling relaxed already just thinking about it. What else?
This one might sound a little intense. Candle or fire meditation.
Okay, now that's new to me. What's that all about?
It's all about fire, that transformative power.
Yeah.
You sit quietly, light a candle, or even a small fire if you have a safe place, and just watch the flame.
Okay.
The warmth, the movement, how it changes everything it touches.
I can see how that'd be mesmerizing. And symbolic, too.
Exactly. And they say, use this to let go of worries. Visualize those thoughts burning up in the flame, turning into light.
Releasing what you don't need anymore.
Yeah. Clear your mind, make space for peace. But they do say, if you've got any trauma or anxiety around fire, maybe skip this one. Or find a way to adapt it that feels safe.
Good point. Always listen to yourself, choose what feels right.
For sure. And speaking of reflecting on your day, they recommend some journaling in the evening.
This is different from the gratitude journal.
Yeah, this is more about processing everything. The highs, the lows, challenges, how you handled them, what you learned.
Gaining perspective.
Right. See if there are any patterns, things you need to change. It's about being honest with yourself, seeing what's working and what's not.
Like a little therapy session to end the day.
Exactly. And they say, finish your journaling with affirmations for the next day. What do you want to bring into tomorrow? What energy do you want to cultivate?
So it's looking back, but also looking ahead.
Yeah. Closing one day, starting the next one off right.
All right, morning, midday, evening. They really cover it all. But they also talk about some tools we can use, right, to help with all this.
They do. And some of them might surprise you.
Ooh, okay. Let's hear it. What else do they have up their sleeves? So we've got all these rituals, right? But they talk about extra tools, too, things to help us out.
Yeah, and some of them are maybe not what you'd expect.
Like what? Spill the beans?
Remember how we were talking about nature? Well, they take that a step further. They talk about crystals.
Crystals, huh? Like the sparkly ones? I've always been kind of curious about them. But I don't really get how they're supposed to work.
It's where science and spirituality, they kind of meet, you know? There's not a ton of proof scientific about crystal healing and all that. But a lot of people say they help with grounding.
So it's more about the energy, what you're putting into it?
Exactly. They mentioned black tourmaline, hematite, smoky quartz. Those are good for grounding. Supposed to absorb negative energy, make you feel more stable.
Interesting. So even if you're not, totally into the mystical stuff, just having a crystal could be a good reminder.
Totally. It's like a physical thing to focus on, you know. And speaking of senses, they also talk about essential oils.
Oh, yeah. I love essential oils. Some scents really do change how I feel.
It's powerful stuff, aromatherapy. They say cedarwood, vetiver, frankincense. Those are good for grounding.
I actually have some cedar wood going in my diffuser right now. It's so, like, woodsy and warm.
There you go. They say to diffuse it or put a drop on your wrists, your temples, even your feet.
So it's all about making it a whole experience, right? To help you feel grounded.
Yep. And it's not just the smell. Some scents, they actually like tell your body to relax, calm down the anxiety.
Okay, so crystals, essential oils. What else is in their toolbox?
Affirmations, remember those?
Yeah, the I am statements and all that.
Right. They give a whole list of grounding affirmations. I am rooted. I am safe. Stuff like that. Say them throughout the day, especially when you're feeling stressed.
I used to think affirmations were kind of cheesy, but I've tried it, and saying them out loud, it really does something.
It's about choosing to think those good thoughts, the grounded thoughts. You're training your mind, basically.
So it's not just like wishing for things,
Yeah,
it's actually changing how you think.
exactly. And even if you don't believe it at first, just saying the words, it can like build new connections in your brain, make it easier to feel grounded over time.
It's amazing these little things, they can make such a difference.
It's the little things done consistently. That's the key. Remember, a grounded life, it's not about changing everything overnight. It's about making it part of your everyday in a way that works for you.
So true. There's no one right way to do it. It's all about finding what clicks for you.
Totally. Maybe it's crystals, maybe oils, maybe just taking a few deep breaths when things get nuts. Listen to yourself. Find what brings you that peace, that stability.
I love that. So, big picture, as we wrap up this deep dive on grounding, what's the one thing you want people to take away from this?
Feeling grounded, it's not some like perfect state you got to reach. It's something we can find in any moment, no matter what's happening. It's about that inner strength, that resilience, our connection to the earth.
That's a great way to put it. So, to everyone listening, try these things out. See what works for you. Start building a life that feels grounded, centered, really true to who you are.
And remember, even small steps, done regularly, they can change everything. Start small, be patient, enjoy the journey.
That's awesome advice. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring. There are so many amazing ways to live a grounded life, a fulfilling life,